mourners have been gathering both inside and outside the cathedral to pay their respects to the Cardinal, Australia's highest ranking Catholic. The Cardinal's body has been lying in state and will now be buried in the Cathedral's crypt in what will be a private service. As you just saw there, the former Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, delivered his remarks. Former Prime Minister John Howard and Liberal leader Peter Dutton also in attendance. Noticeable absences included the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and the New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet. As that mass was being held inside the cathedral, outside, LGBTQ protesters clashed with supporters of the Catholic Church. Our reporter Danica DiGiorgio is there and joins us live now. Danica, I understand there have been arrests outside the church.
Ash, at least 2 men have been arrested, and as Australia's most senior Catholic was laid to rest, the scenes outside the church were very different. Police knew that there would be protests today and they were ready. On foot, on horseback and on bicycles, they gathered in force. There was a couple of hundred protesters that gathered at Hyde Park earlier this morning. The group was protesting against George Pell's stance on abortion but also same-sex marriage. It wasn't, though, until they started creeping forward to the gate standing just behind me. They were holding signs saying George Pell burn in hell. They then walked close along College Street, along Hyde Park, when they then came face to face with mourners who'd gathered to remember the life of George Pell, but also supporters of the Catholic Church. It was quite a contrasting image. On one side, you had protesters angry and fired up. On the other side, mourners holding rosary beads. Our cameras captured this footage.
Tell the couple to move them along. Why don't you move them along? Don't move. Move them along.
As I said, at least 2 people have been arrested. Police yet to put out a formal statement on exactly what sort of activities were carried out today. But we did see one man arrested after he became in a heated clash with police.
Just calm down. Just cooperate with the officers, please.
He's breaking my ribs.
Just stop.
He's breaking my ribs.
Stop.
He's breaking my ribs.
Just calm down and
No,
cooperate
he's
with the
breaking my
officers.
ribs.
Just stop and get in like a gentleman. There you go. Thank you.
I spoke to some of the protesters today and asked them why they were gathered here, including one man, Russell, a child sex abuse survivor. He told me he felt like he needed to be here today to represent the community and what he says, standing up for what's right.
Rotten hell, George Pell, I think that's that, but he was a paedophile facilitator and he couldn't be looked at in any other way. That's how we should be remembered, a man that thought, hurting children and abusing children was okay.
We reject Pell and everything he stood for. And we reject anyone who wants to keep his rotten legacy alive. And not only are we going to send Pell straight to hell, we're going to send his politics with him, and we're going to send anyone else who wants to carry on his project in the here and now.
So, Ash, contrasting images outside of St Mary's Cathedral. Police will provide an update later on whether any charges have been laid.
Danica DiGiorgio there live outside St Mary's Cathedral in Sydney. Thank you.